Good evening, everybody, as we're underway here at Manning Field. It still seems a little strange. I've been doing it for quite a while now, but it's still a little strange saying, welcome to Greater Boston League Soccer, because it's Lynn Classical taking on Malden. Malden making their second appearance. They're looking for a sweep. They defeated English, I think it was first game of the season for both teams. And now they're looking to get a second win here at Manning Field. Jeremiah Smith is the head guy for Malden. Eric Moreno for Classical. Isaiah Diaz in net for Classical. Joshua Angulo Gonzalez for Malden. I think they have two. They alternate halves. And I still can't get used to the visitors being in the white uniforms. For years it was always the home team wore white. They go cross field with it, dumping it ahead. Glasgow couldn't keep it in, went out. Malden will get to put it back in play. They knock it deep. The only one back there was Viveros for Glasgow. Blocked. Glasgow got there first. Malden took it away, and then Glasgow knocked it out. Tough day for everybody here. The rain's coming down. A little bit chilly. Long range shot. Misses to the short side. Goes behind the net. And Gertie will kick it away. Now it'll be Diaz that kick it away. Nope, it will be Gertie. This is that shot, they're calling it Phase 2 sports. Malden walking in, they take the shot, they knock it in the far post. Glasgow gave it up. Malden picked it off. And he took a shot and we had to wait and see, was it going to go in the post or going to go by the post? And it snuck in for Nicholas Tikish Rodas. So Tikish Rodas scores the goal, and Malden in just about 3 minutes gets on the board. Diaz came out to try to cut down the angle, and Glasgow defense gave it away. And Tikish Rodas came in right about the 5-yard line and shot it. It was a question whether it was going to go inside the post or by the post, and it just snuck inside the far post. And Malden grabs a 1-0 lead. Skips past everybody. And Gulo Gonzalez, the goaltender, comes out and he'll kick it away. Glasgow trying to get control. They lose it. Malden has it. And a pass a little bit too far. Diaz able to come out and scoop it up. And he'll kick it away. Hits it past midfield. Malden knocks it right back the other way. It takes a big hop. Bounced it over the head of DeLeon Robles. Not an easy day. A lot of games have been canceled. I guess the classical girls game, English boys game. Terrible weather. That went out of play, off classical. We talked about the phase 2 sports. It's really shrunk down. I think the boys teams football play 4 games and they may not play that. English is scheduled to play Chelsea, but Chelsea has opted not to play all their games, so they don't know if they're going to get that last game in. Glasgow will get to play 4, assuming they play Medford tomorrow night, because they'll have English and Everett last, and those 2 teams are playing. But Chelsea, Somerville, Malden, Medford called off some of their games in all sports. It's been a short season on top of everything else, but then being the short season, they said we're not going to bother to play, although the GBL could have played as many as 7 football games, which is basically what the Northeastern Conference played. But some of the teams opted not to play, and then opted only to play like their Thanksgiving rival or their arch enemy, play 1 or 2 games. I don't know why you'd go through all the trouble of preseason practice and get everybody straightened away and get everybody healthy and only play 2 games. I would have thought they would have played as many games as they could. Well, they're looking to try and get a shot off. Glasgow breaks it up, clears it away. The saving grace is they're now talking about masks may not be mandatory everywhere. Schools may be opening up. They've already opened some of the schools with some of the classes. And as we speak now, not tonight with the rain, but the last few days, St. Mary's and Tech have been getting ready for baseball, softball, getting out. Glasgow will play English and football here at Manning Field on May 7th. Imagine Thanksgiving on May 7th. They call Malden offside. And right after that, English and Glasgow will get into softball and baseball, and we'll be back where everybody will be playing the same sport. We've had English and Glasgow playing basketball and hockey while Tech was playing football and soccer. St. Mary's played soccer and basketball, and under regular conditions, they played a full schedule. St. Mary's girls played 23 games. Glasgow breaks it up and knocks it away. And the good part is that now we're going to get back to baseball and softball. We're going to get back to state tournament. We haven't had one. English boys, St. Mary's girls were denied a shot because they didn't play the state final last year with COVID taking over. Baseball and softball didn't even play last year. Now they'll be coming back, and they'll have a state tournament for baseball and softball, and you can play a full schedule. Malden trying to walk in, getting by. They get hip checked and knocked down. And that was Gertie getting a piece, knocking the player down, and Malden will get a free kick from just about the 15-yard line, dead center. The beauty of everything is that all these young men and women are able to get back and do what they like to do, get back on the field, get back on the court, back on the ice, as well as the officials, the referees, the umpires will be getting back and doing their thing. So it's nice to see things starting to get a little bit back. I hope we remember what it was like to be normal and regular, and we can get back to that. And it seems like we're starting to turn the corner a little bit, hopefully. They pop it up. They got it up. They got it over that little picket fence, and they pushed it wide left. So Malden had a golden opportunity to make it 2-0 here, as we're just past the 10-minute mark of this first half. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle. They're bringing it back for some reason. I don't know if, I didn't see any contact. I don't know if somebody touched it with their hand. It looks like Malden's going to get a free kick. They move the classical defense back. They slice it to the left. Classical kicks it away. Scooped up by Sarmento. Knocked ahead. Malden trying to let it go out, and finally does. Malden taking it back the other way. It's been in the classical territory just about all of this first half. Classical hasn't come close to getting a shot on net. Malden got the shot on net and scored. Now they're coming back again. They boot across off a body. Malden keeps possession. Pass got picked off by Gomez. Bodies go down, no call. Coming down the near side, trying to center it. Malden got a piece. It finally goes out, and Classical's going to get a corner kick. Viveros brought it down. And his would-be centering pass got blocked. I think this is Alvarez with the corner kick. And he booted it behind the net and out of play. Malden makes a couple of substitutions, and then we'll get back to soccer. As Malden will kick it away. Line drives it. It winds up all the way back deep in the Classical end. They finally had to kick it back to Diaz, and he booted it away. Looked like Classical's going to give that one away. And now we got quick kick in by Malden. Classical kicks it away. Samento trying to control. Knock loose. They try to give it to Viveros. Pass got picked off. Classical looking for a break. Pushed it a little too far. Tough angle. Malden knocks it away. They knocked it away toward the net, but then it took a hop and went wide toward the corner of the end zone. And they couldn't really get a shot off, and then Malden took it away. And now we got Classical taking Malden down. Blocked. Malden was signaling that Classical touched it with their hand or their arm, but they didn't. Or if they did, they didn't get the call. Gertie with it. Viveros passed it, got it back, tips it down the near side. Cheer trying to center it. Malden picks it off. Viveros broke it up, gets it back. Cheer trying to get around, and he got knocked down. It went out. He got knocked down. He got knocked down in the box. I don't know why that's not a penalty kick. They're going to get the free kick from a very tough angle. Alvarez will take it, but almost an impossible angle. He's almost even across with the two posts. Pops it up and knocks it way too far. That's going to go over everybody and out of play. Malden knocks it deep. Skips past everybody. And knock it off Classical out of play. Tip pass out of the reach, the intended receiver. They tip it away. Gertie gets there and knocks it deep. Bouncing around. Chair, good hustling. Knocked it away from Malden, but knocked it too deep. It went long and out of play. It wasn't from lack of effort that he didn't keep it in play. Now Malden kicks it away. Viveros battling. Blocked by DeLeon Robles. It goes out off Classical. The rain hasn't been too bad. It's raining, obviously, and it's pain in the neck, but it's not coming down hard. I mean, it's not pouring, but it's enough to be a real pain in the neck. And obviously it was enough to have a couple of games canceled. I don't know how many others were canceled, but English boys and Classical girls were canceled. I hope they found out before they traveled to the park. trying to back check and take it away. That was Rubio Medrano. Now Malden gets it. Little twitch. Classical stop because the Malden player went down, and Classical stopped because they thought they were going to blow the whistle and give Malden a free kick, and it was almost like slow motion. Almost pleading guilty. Then they realized the whistle wasn't blown, and they said, okay, we'll continue playing. You kick it deep, and it's going to go out of play. And we've just past the halfway mark, and this has been the norm. With COVID and everybody want to get rested, making sure everybody is okay. They blow the whistle, and we'll get a timeout down the field with Malden leading Classical 1-0. Classical trying to get something going offensively. Gomez trying to get it ahead. Viveros. They try to push it to the far side with a Classical player breaking, and Malden defender just got a foot and deflected it to the goaltender. And Julio Gonzalez will kick it away. Gomez knocks it back. They knock it deep. Gertier is there, knocking it back the other way. Nice job by DeLeon Robles to step in front of that pass. And then there's contact by Malden, and Classical will get a free kick. They put it all the way back to the 35-yard line. I thought it happened downfield. Halimi takes the kick, pops it up, bodies in the air. Classical got the kick, and the goalie made the save. Short hop, they blasted it and knocked it right into the goaltender. The only place they could miss was knocking it right into the goaltender, and that's where they put it. I think it was Guzman Hernandez with that shot, but Halimi put it right on the money, and they had the opportunity. Malden knocked it away. I take it back. I think it was Gomez. And there's two of them. So it was Jose Gomez, I think, with that shot that knocked it right into the goaltender. We've got Rigoberto Gomez and Jose Gomez. And Malden takes Classical down. They knock Sarmiento down. So the free kick will come from about the 25-yard line. Right at the 25. A line driver, dead center of the net, but way up high over the net. A little too much foot into that free kick. That was Jair Alvarez. I hope I got that first name right. Jair. Jair Alvarez with the free kick. Bouncing all the way back to Klaskol. Klaskol has kept it for a while now and looking to get there first. And they open, wide open, and they knock it home. Are they going to give it to him? Jose Gomez beat the goaltender to the ball, tipped it away, and then the goaltender and Gomez made contact. And I think they're not giving Klaskol a goal. I don't understand this. I think they're giving him a penalty kick. I don't understand it. Gomez and the goaltender came together. The ball popped loose. And it looked like the other Gomez knocked it home. But the referee said no, and they called a contact on the goaltender, and they're giving Klaskol a penalty kick. And Halimi knocks it in. So both goals have been scored by number 7. I don't understand that call. Klaskol was celebrating the goal. Jose Gomez really hustled, beat the defense, got to the ball before the goaltender, tipped it away. A wide open net, and Klaskol knocked it home. But they canceled the goal, but then gave him a penalty kick. So we're right back where we started, dead even. One apiece. Let's see if that gives Klaskol some momentum. Sarmiento got broken up. Tip picked off by DeLeon Robles. Malden broke it up and took it away. They knock it deep, they knock it too deep. And Chulo Gonzalez will kick it away. Sarmiento keeping it alive. Gomez knocks it down. And I think it bounced up. I got somebody on the hand. One of the Klaskol kids. Malden kicked it away, and then it gets lost by Rigoberto Gomez. Ventura put it in play, gets it back. His pass got picked off. DeLeon Robles. Back to Gerdia. His pass got picked off by Rodriguez. They push it ahead, dropping it back. Ventura has it knocked away. And it goes out. Malden will put it in play. Ventura getting set to put it in play. From long range, Nicholas Tikish Rodas, who had the first goal, knocked it way wide left and out of play. Diaz gives it to Gerdia. Viveros taken away by Malden. Blocked. Gerdia made the play. Tikish Rodas got it back. Classical hustle and knocked it away, but they knocked it out. Good hustle by Tikas Rodas to keep that alive for Malden, getting by a couple. And it earns Malden a corner kick from the near side. They'll wait momentarily while Malden makes a substitution. And I'm not sure if somebody was offside, but they blew the whistle anyway. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. And now Malden knocks it out, but it gave Classical the free kick. And they'll get another one here. Classical takes it away. Bodies go down. They're going to get, Classical got the worst of it. They went down and went over the shoulder and the back of, they're calling it against Malden. There was collision at both sides. Classical player went down hard. Thankfully he's up. Classical will get the free kick. That was like guard and a tackle at the same time. They gave him, the Malden player, a yellow card. He has to go to the sideline for a play or two. There's no penalty box. You don't play a man down. You don't go sit for 2 minutes. You just go to the sideline. And virtually they come back within seconds or minutes. Haskell knocks it deep. It took a huge hop, and Angulo Gonzalez did a nice job going up and getting it and knocking it away. That goes over his head. There's a couple of green shirts there waiting to knock it home. And now they let it go, and the goaltender will throw it upfield. Classical has turned this around a little bit. They have kept Malden bottled up quite a bit. Malden controlled early. Sarmento and then Rubio Medrano kept it alive. They try to knock it deep, and it's going to go out of play. Nice job by Cemento taking that away, stepping in front of Malden. Now they knock it deep, and it goes way out of play into the Malden bench area. 1-1 the score. Malden got on the board early. And Classical looked like they got on the board. They took the goal away and gave Classical a penalty kick for some reason. And Elzon Halimi knocked the penalty kick in. Trying to knock it deep. Classical's there to knock it away. And I'm not sure what that call was. Malden knocked it down, knocked it upfield. Referee blew the whistle for some reason, and they're giving Malden a free kick from midfield. As you can tell, I'm not completely up to date on all the rules of this game, especially when they changed it around because of the virus. Some of them are really strange. Classical keeping it in. They take the long shot, put it right on the net. The goaltender knocked it away. Nobody was there. goaltender. And Julio Gonzalez came flying out, two-handed, knocked it away. He went to the turf. The net was wide open, and nobody was able to get a hold of the rebound that he pushed out almost to the 15-yard line. But a big-time shot and then a big-time save. Glasgow can't get a shot off. They skip past Gerdia. Just get out of the way. Viveros is there. Viveros gets taken down. Glasgow will get to kick it away. The referee on the near side is doing all the calls. The other guy is a long way away from the play, just walking up and down. He's getting good exercise. But the near side official is making all the calls. And now we got, from Malden, Ventura going up over the back of Rigoberto Gomez. And De Leon Robles will put it in play with the free kick. Malden knocks it away. With a rush. Broken up, gets it back. Chitri. Ventura's pass is blocked and knocked out by Gomez. Malden will make a substitution. Five minutes and counting left in this equal first half, 1-1. Malden get called for the contact, pushing off a little bit. And now the official is going to go talk to the Malden player. I don't know whether he was upset over the call or upset. What was he said something the official didn't like. That was Ventura. And he gave him a little bit of a talking to. No yellow card or anything, just maybe calming him down a little bit. Malden puts it in play quickly. Glasgow's defense is playing well back there. Can't get that shot off. Getting close, if it looks like they're lining up for a shot, Glasgow defense is taking it away. Glasgow, nice little shift by. Pass went by. Gomez gets it, takes the shot. And Julio Gonzalez makes the save. Lynn Robles playing well. Broke it up, knocked it deep. Malden almost misplayed it. Now they knock it out. Glasgow will get the kick down deep. Viveros will put it in play. Gomez gets knocked down from behind. Little hip check. Glasgow will get a free kick. Halimi, who has the goal, will take it. They're going to put it just outside the 25. Headed away by Malden. You can't use your head. So Glasgow's going to get a golden opportunity here. They're in the box. They use their head. Could this be another penalty kick? The officials are getting together. They're down around the 5-yard line. That's well in the box. That's one of those new rules. At least I know that one. You can't use your head. Behind to score a goal from here, Malden puts their picket fence up. They're putting it back at the 10-yard line. I was going to say at the 5, you put the picket fence up, all the white shirts would be right in front of the net. So from the 10, Alimi is going to take the shot. He's got to get it up because if he hits a line drive, it's going to be right in the middle of. They gave it up. They just touched it. And they let Alvarez take the kick, and he had to get it up because if he kicks a line drive, it's going to be right in the middle of those white shirts. And he got it up a little too high, went over everything and out of play. As we're winding down this dead even first half, 1-1 the score. Not a lot of time left. Glasgow had a golden opportunity there. When he first saw the 5-yard line, I thought maybe there might be a penalty kick coming up. Now they talk about not much time left. They blow the whistle. So that's the end of the first half. So Malden get on the board first on a goal from Nicholas Tikas Rodas. And then Glasgow looked like they tied it on a nice hustle play by Jose Gomez, beating the goaltender, tipping across. They got knocked in the net. They took the goal away, but they gave Glasgow a penalty kick, and Elzon Halimi banged it home, and that's where we are. Glasgow 1, Malden 1 at halftime. Just about set to start the second half here at Manning Field. The rain has cooperated somewhat. It's not pouring out, so it's not being too bad. Malden got the first goal. Glasgow tied it up on a penalty kick. And now Diaz made the save and dropped it right in front of the net. And Kyle Chair had to knock it away. Glasgow was lucky there were no white shirts around the net. Diaz had it and just dropped it. You got to hold on because it's a wet ball. Diaz got a piece of that shot. It was hooking wide left. It was already out when Diaz got a piece of it, but I thought maybe the referee might turn around and say a penalty kick or a corner kick for Malden. Malden kind of controlled early on in the game. They got the first goal. They kept it. And another shot off Diaz. And they kind of controlled territory-wise. They got the goal. They kept it in the Glasgow end. And then Glasgow started to put it together. Second half of the first half. And they were put some pressure on. They finally wound up. It was kind of strange, the goal. They knocked the pass deep. And it was Jose Gomez that really hustled and flew by everybody and beat the goaltender to the ball, tipped it by, and I thought it was Jose Gomez. I thought it was the other Gomez, Rigoberto, who bagged it in the open net. Glasgow was celebrating. They tied the game up 1-1. Official stepped in and said, no, take the goal off the board, but then he gave, on the same play, he gave Classical a penalty kick. And Halimi banged it home, and that's where we are, 1-1. Halimi went down, sitting on the turf with his hands up, the official saying, "What? Where's the call? I got knocked down." You got to keep playing until you hear the whistle. Malden blocks it and knocks it out. Problem here is there's nobody chasing the loose balls, and you have to wait a while to get the ball back, to put it back in play. Classical down deep in their own end, putting it in play. And it gets knocked out by Classical. So Malden will get it down deep. Classical knocks it away. Cher and Gerdia and Viveros have played very well defensively for Classical. Leon Robles in the middle. Made some nice plays. The Gomez's have let people know they're there, along with Halimi. Rubio Madrano back there defensively as well. They've done a nice job controlling Malden. Malden got the ball to Classical end, but they haven't been able to get a real good shot off, because they get defenders all around when it even looks like they might be lining up a shot. They knock it deep. Classical takes it down the Malden end. Malden picks it off, knocks it away. Yonatani knocked it away. Coming down the near side, Ferrara Neves centers it. And nice job. He was just going to line up a shot. Halimi took it away. Classical will let the block Malden away and let the ball go out of play so they can kick it away. We're in the second half, 1-1 the score. It's still kind of surprising to say Greater Boston League soccer. Alvarez knocks it all the way back. Gerdia knocks it to the far side. Alvarez gets it back. Alvarez with it again, knocks it to the near side. I think he saw Halimi coming up the near side, but he pushed it way too far ahead for Halimi to go get it. And it went out of play. Good back checking by Alvarez, takes that ball away. They tip it across too far, missed connections. Halimi knocks it deep. Malden right back at it. To the near side. Ferrara Nev's trying to get around. Couldn't get around Halimi. Broken up and knocked out. And Halimi again. Halimi from behind. He got away with that. He almost tackles the Malden player from behind. Now the shot. Diaz got a piece. That was going to miss. That was going to go short side out of play, but Diaz got two hands on it, knocked it out. Malden will get a corner kick. And he might want to use another ball. That ball wound up in a puddle. Well, they don't take the corner kick. They just tip it in bounds. And Malden knocks it out. I thought that was Yanatani who just kicked it out of play, but they're giving it to Malden. Popped straight up in the air toward the net. And it came down right off the hands of somebody out in front. They blow the whistle. Let's see what this brings. Went way up in the air. There were two players battling for it. It's going to be a free kick. The play happened almost in front of the net. They're going to give a free kick from just inside the goal line, right about the 2-yard line from a little bit of an angle. Ferrara Neves punches it in front. Malden just got a body on it to tip it, but Diaz is able to make the save. And he kicks it out of play. Ten minutes in to the second half. All the scoring in the first half dead even at 1. We mentioned Malden trying to get a sweep here at Manning Field, having defeated Lynn English in the opener of the season. Broken up nicely by DeLeon Robles. Just stuck a foot in and knocked it away. Down the near side. Trying to center it. Skips past everybody. And they're going to call classical because when it skipped, they got their hand up and tipped it with their hand, so Malden will get to kick it away. Idris Tuati is now the goaltender for Malden. We mentioned beforehand that they have two and they split a half apiece. That went right into the Malden bench area. We got a few spectators here in the rain. Umbrellas are up. A little bit of group of spectators you might have seen on your screen is when the ball is at the Malden bench. I'm assuming those are Malden fans. High defense by Classical takes it away and they come back the other way. Tipping it to the middle, Malden gets there and breaks it up. And they knock it out. Classical had numbers, but they were all kind of bunched together. Made it a little bit easier on the defense. And Malden with the takedown. Glasgow will get the kick from around the 25 or so. Halimi is coming over to take the kick. Tough angle right at the 25-yard line. They don't take it, they push it. Now it's out in front. Glasgow got a piece of it, but they weren't facing the net. It deflected off Glasgow with their back to the net, and then it got knocked out by Malden. Referee telling Malden they have to move back. Glasgow kept it in play and they got knocked down. So this is a very tough angle for a free kick. Alimi will come over and take it again. Way over to that far side. Malden sets up a mini picket fence. Line drive off a couple of bodies, bounced out in front, Malden able to clear it away. Glasgow keeping it alive. And now it goes out off Glasgow. Tuati will get to kick it away. Out to midfield. Glasgow breaks it up and takes it away. And that was De Leon Robles with another nice play. He got knocked down for his effort. Nice little shift. That was Ferrara Neves with the little shift that cut by everybody, and then bodies go down. Malden will get the kick from the 43-yard line. I'm not sure what they're doing now. Now they're going the other way. Malden was lining up. Ventura got up. He was the one that was knocked down. He got up. He's limping a little bit. He got up like, okay, I'm ready for the free kick. They don't even kick it. They just gave it to Alvarez to put it in play. So it wasn't even a free kick. Alvarez didn't even kick it. He just played it like somebody passed it to him. And it was the official that passed it to him. So I don't understand that call. Malden was all set, looking for the free kick from outside the 40-yard line. All of a sudden, the official came over, took the ball away, turned it over to Glasgow, but he just fed Alvarez, who took it upfield. It skips past Glasgow. Now they boot it to the near side. Gomez is there. Alvarez coming down the middle. Knocks it deep. Halimi trying to center it. It bounced off a Malden player. And they knock it deep. Sending it. Gurdia takes it away. Gomez gets the return pass. Knocks it deep. Looking to get there first. Malden slides. They took Gomez out. No call. And Malden winds up with it in the classical end. Gomez is still down, way downfield, as Diaz picks up the ball. And Gomez will finally get up. He's completely all the way down the other end zone. So classical couldn't knock the ball down deep now if they wanted to, because they'd be 8 miles offside. And Gomez walks over now, and he's sitting down at the 15-yard line. I don't know if the officials even see him. So right now, Classical's playing down a man. That got blocked by Gertie. He blocked it with his hand. And all this while, Gomez has been sitting down at the 15-yard line after he was down for a while at the goal line. And now Malden's going to get a free kick. They still haven't realized that Gomez is down. I guess somebody finally told them he's down, and they're going to hold up till they can get him off the field. He's up, favoring that right leg, trying to run it off. Look like he lost his shoe. And they're going to make a substitution, but that was strange. Classical was playing down a man. Initially, Gomez was down in the end zone. Then he got up, looked like he was going to come downfield, and it just sat down at the 15-yard line, and nobody knew he was there. So if Classical did anything with the ball, they'd have been offside. And now Malden winds up with a golden opportunity from just outside the 10-yard line. Diaz makes a terrific save. They kicked that from the far side looking for the near corner. And Diaz made a really nice save off Joad Ferreira Neves. Here's Gertie knocking it high and deep. If this had happened before, Classical would have been offside. Classical takes it away. They get it in the middle. They knock it deep, and Classical was offside. Tuati will get to kick it away. Classical player got leveled. And I get a free kick. Halimi will take it again from just outside the 30. He pushed it to the 30. Now they push it back. Officially, they put it at the 33. He tips it, and he knocked it to the net. Classical got a shot. It got blocked, and then Malden got a hand on it. That's 2 or 3 feet away from the net. That was almost in the end zone. It popped loose. Classical blasted the rebound. Malden got a hand on it and knocked it away. And they're going to, for some reason, I guess if it happens down around there, they put it at the 10-yard line. It happened right about the goal line. They put it back at the 10. They've got 2 goaltenders in now, one of the defenders and Tuati the goaltender. Malden was able to run right at the kicker. I thought they had to stay back. I guess not. They blocked it. So that was really, really strange. And now we get another whistle. But they're going to stop play now for a break. But that was really strange because they blocked it in the end zone. I thought it might be a penalty kick. Instead, they bring it back out to the 10. I thought they had to set up the picket fence and stay there, but they went running at Halimi, blocked the kick, and stopped it. So it stays 1-1 as we get a timeout just past the halfway mark of this second half. So again, I know a little bit about basketball and football and baseball and softball. I guess I know absolutely nothing about what a great save by Diaz. They broke through, and that was Ferrara Neves again. It looked like they might have been offside, but they pushed it from a tough angle. They drilled it, and that looked like it was in under the top crossbar, and Diaz made a great save. That's two he's made. And then Malden gets loose and kicks it up over everything. Bouncing ball, they got under it and lifted it out of play. So Malden had a golden opportunity there, and Diaz shut them down. He's made a couple. He's made two off Ferrara Neves. As the rain starts to come back again. A half shot, half pass. Diaz handled that one easily. Rolls it up to Halimi. And they called Gomez offside. He was breaking, looking for that pass from Halimi, and he got it, but he got too far behind the defense. Carrera will kick it. It bounces clear. Malden just knocked it wide. They were stuck between two defenders. They just got a foot on it. And got a good hard shot and just knocked it wide. That was Aman Chetri, who just missed giving Malden the lead back. Scoreless second half so far. All the scoring, both goals, one apiece. Second half, now a foot race. And Tuati just got there out first. They had two classical players breaking. The one down the far side looked like he might get there. Good hustle by Tuati to take it away. And now classical squeezes that would-be shooter by Malden. And they knock it out. They didn't let him get the shot off. They'll give Malden a corner kick as opposed to giving a good shot that close on net. By everybody. Halimi knocks it away. Coming right back. Blocked and knocked down by Alvarez. Off the side of the foot of Halimi, it goes out of play. 15 minutes and counting left in this second half. It is even 1-1 game. We mentioned Malden trying to get a sweep here at Main Field. They defeated English. As Shear knocks it out. And Yonatani will put it in play. He knocked it deep. Hustling out. Tuati just got there. About a half a step. Just stuck his foot in and knocked it away. He was way out, almost to the 15-yard line. Malden knocked down that pass from Halimi. Alvarez picks it off, knocks it deep, but too deep. Gomez couldn't get there before Tuati. So Tuati hasn't made any saves in the second half, but he's made a couple of plays where he just got to a long pass, beat the classical player to the ball that could have been a serious threat by classical. Halimi just got a foot, pushed it ahead to share. And now classical share saves it, and it gets knocked out by Malden. We'll have classical substitutions. Malden broke up the play. Gets it back in the classical end. Blocked nicely by Shear. Gomez knocks it ahead. It'll go out off classical. Now they're calling it off Malden. Boy, they were lucky to get that pass across. Alvarez picks it off. Broken up by Malden nicely. And here's Neves again. Pass looking for Tikas Rodas, who has the Malden goal. It was Shea that got stepped in and got a piece. It might have been Gerdia. Nice little shift. Trying to center it. There was a white shirt there, but Classical got a piece of it and knocked it away. I think that was Viveros. Alvarez knocks it away. Shot just missed wide off the foot of Chetri. Good hard shot and just pulled it slightly wide left. Malden put a lot of pressure on here. With 10 minutes and counting left in this 1-1 game. The official blows the whistle. They're going to start that play over again. Diaz kicked it to the far side. Now he kicks it to the near side. They get upfield. Malden takes it away. Down deep in the corner. Shear stuck his foot in and kicked it out. Out in front, bouncing ball. Can't get a foot on it. Now they get a foot on it. Diaz makes the save, and then Diaz makes the save again. Great save by Diaz, and he just gave up a little minuscule rebound. And Ribeiro was there trying to slap it home, and Diaz just caught it in the midsection and made the second save. Big time. He's made 3 or 4 huge saves. Two beauties right there. They go cross field. Alimi picks it off. Popped up in the air. Alimi picks off the pass. His would-be pass is blocked. Nice play by, again, DeLeon Robles playing very well. They knock it ahead. Klasko down the far side. Can't get around the defense. Deflect it away. Malden takes it away. Gertie boots that away. Blocked. DeLeon Robles again. It skipped right over Shear's foot. And it's going to give Malden a corner kick. 7 minutes and counting in this 1-1 game. As the rain starts to get a little bit hotter. Coming from the near side. Out in front, they pop it straight up in the air. Diaz able to make the catch with about 3 white shirts all around him. And he boots it away. Diaz has been the story here in the second half. Glasgow hasn't had, I don't think, any scoring chance. I don't know if they got a shot on net in this second half. But Malden certainly has. And Diaz has come up big. They go to get by, they pushed it by, and then they're going to get Klasko for a grab or a bump, contact. Malden will get a free kick. It'll be from a very tough angle, just outside the end zone. It'll be a straight line to the goal post, the far post. Klasko sets up a mini picket fence. They got a piece of the shot. It gets deflected. Malden looking for it. And they knock it home. It bounced around. And I had my eye on the young man that knocked it home, and then they corralled all around him, and I lost his number. It might have been Tikas Rodas again. That ball was bouncing everywhere. Nobody had control of it. And then all of a sudden, to a maze of players, I don't think Diaz has seen the ball yet. They blasted it by him, and that's a huge goal for Malden with 5 minutes left in the game. They had virtually taken control here the latter part of this second half and kept the pressure on in the classical end. consensus was it was Yonatani who scored that goal. It was hard to tell because there was a maze of players out in front, and as soon as he knocked it in, I had him in my sights, and then all of a sudden, like they always do, there was a maze of players surrounding, like team in a huddle. And here's a takedown. That would be good on the football field. He just wrapped him up, threw him down. He gets a yellow card. He has to go to the sideline. Classical has a chance to tie it up. Halimi with a shot just outside the 10, right about the 12-yard line, dead center. He's got the one goal on a penalty kick. Let's see if he can bring this home and tie it up. And he did. He knocked it high under the top crossbar, inside the far post. He gets both goals. And Classical has tied it up. Boy, it looked bad when 5 minutes left, Malden scoring. It looked like they had all the momentum. They had put pressure on Classical. Classical couldn't get out of their end. All of a sudden, Classical gets dragged down by Malden. And Halimi makes him pay with his second goal. And we're dead even at 2 with 3 minutes left. Battling going on. I think they're going to call it against Classical. Malden goes very quickly. Classical fell down and gave Malden an opportunity. And it gets deflected in. Diaz was going to get the ball, and it deflected off the Malden player. How's that? How's that for taking momentum back immediately? Diaz couldn't get back, and it just a little slight bump, deflection, and it just snuck inside the far post. And unfortunately, I can't tell you who scored the goal. I know the number. He's right in front of me, number 25. But the roster they gave me doesn't have a 25. Brendan Santos was the goal scorer. And that's almost like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Malden scored with 5 minutes. He said, boy, that's a lot of pressure for Classical. Looked like Malden put the game away. Classical came back, a big-time shot. Classical was still celebrating the tie at 2-2 when that shot came from the far side. Diaz went to go get it, and it just got deflected. It might have gone off one of the Classical kids, but it looked like Brendan Santos just got a little, like almost like a hip check to redirect it and stuck it inside the far post. And Malden is leading 3-2, and we're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Alvarez knocks it ahead. Malden gets there and knocks it out. And now they knock it even further out. And we got a call against Malden because they knocked it out and they knocked it out again. And I think they knocked it out in the parking lot. That might have been Ventura. He's had a little to do with the official all day long. They're waiting to get a ball back. That's a souvenir out in the parking lot. The second time he kicked it. Trying to center it. Classical got a piece of it and couldn't collect it. They couldn't they couldn't deflect it. They couldn't kick it, rebound it. All they could do was get their chest on it to try and knock it down and have a chance to get a shot. And when they got their chest on it, it wound up being cleared away by Malden. Boy, it looked like they were going to maybe get it right back. Alvarez put that right out in front, and just as they try to get their foot on it, all they could do was try to knock it down and get control of it, knocking it down with their chest. And they couldn't do it. Glasgow trying to hurry and beat the clock. That might have been their last shot. If they could have knocked that right down in front of them and got a piece of it, they had a whole lot of net to shoot at. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So we went virtually the second half with no scoring. All of a sudden, with 5 minutes left, Malden gets a goal to take a 2-1 lead. A minute and a half later, Klaskal, on a great kick by Elzon Halimi, his second goal, ties it up at 2, and then right back, virtually a minute later, a pass coming from the far side. Diaz went to go get it, had it easily. It got deflected away from him, and when it got deflected, it went in the far post, just barely cut inside the far post, and that was the winning goal. Klaskal had one final chance. Alvarez threw a perfect pass out in front. They got a body on it, trying to knock it down to get a shot, but they got the body on it, and they couldn't get the foot on it. Malden cleared it away, and that last goal by Santos was the difference, as Malden gets a sweep here at Manning Field. They beat English earlier, and now a tough loss for the Rams, as it looked like they came back, at least got a tie. Instead, Malden gets that very late goal, and they win it 3-2. Malden 3-2 over Klaskal. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.